Hey guys, this is actually a video I never thought I was going to make. When Ghost of Tsushima was announced, I couldn't even pronounce the name. Ghost of Tsushima. I couldn't even remember the name. Definitely. I mean, when it came to 2020, the only game I really cared about was Last of Us Part 2. But, and everything else was just an afterthought. But as time has gone on and I've seen more trailers, my hype train has been building. And I cannot wait for Ghost of Tsushima to come out on July 17th, later this summer. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys my preview, my impressions. I've done a bunch of research, run a bunch of articles. So hopefully I can tell you something new about Ghost of Tsushima that maybe you don't know about. I'll try my best not to keep comparing this to Zelda Breath of the Wild. You know what? There's not much more to say than grab your favorite snack. Yum. Sit back, relax, don't forget to sub, and here we go! Oh, you know what? I'm actually doing a giveaway for Last of Us Part 2, a physical copy. I think it runs for about another 2 weeks. You can find all the information on that giveaway right up here. As the last major exclusive for the PlayStation 4, Sucker Punch Studios is looking to pull out all the stops and make this game really a masterpiece, and they really just might do it. I mean, we've had such limited access to Ghosts over the last few years. That's right, I'm just calling it Ghosts from now on. We've had such limited access. I know back at, at Paris Games Week in 2017, we got a short teaser trailer, and since then, we've gotten a little bit more information, up until about 2 weeks ago, when we got the brand new State of Play that gave us 18 minutes of gameplay and what this game is all about. I know we've actually learned a lot since then, and we know a lot now, but there's still a lot more about this game that we still need to know. First up, let's talk about the size of this game. Let's talk about how big the open world is, and let's talk about the story. In a recent interview with IGN, Sucker Punch Studios has said this is their biggest game they've ever made. But what does that actually mean? I mean, their last game, Infamous Second Son, took about 10 hours to complete the story, as you can see at howlongtobeat.com. So is this game going to be 15 hours, 20 hours, 12 hours? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And we know this is going to be an open world, but how big is that world? And I'm not that impressed with open world games anymore. I care more about being a dense game than just like a huge, open, empty world. I want there to be a lot of things to do. And I'm not talking about like, 5 activities that you kind of just repeat and repeat. I want a ton of different things you can do, different ways to interact with the world. I know for a fact they said that this game is really about exploration, or it's a big part of the game, that if you don't explore, you're definitely going to miss out on weapons, upgrades, or different side missions or story beats. Let's talk about presentation and graphics. Right away, the parallels to Breath of the Wild are pretty clear. If you just look at the opening sequence from Breath of the Wild, and then the opening sequence to Ghost of Tsushima, you could definitely see some similarities in terms of exploration and pure wonder. Right away, this game looks like it might be the best looking game ever made, right? There's so many different environments. There's yellow forests, to swamps, to flowery fields, snowy mountains, and other flowery areas. Let's just say there's a lot of flowers and a lot of grass in this game, and they both look great. You can tell a lot about a game's quality by the detail of the blades of grass. I mean, individual grass in this game just looks sick. This game is truly beautiful, and I hate to say it because it's like a broken record, but it really does look like next generation graphics. I do have to bring up Breath of the Wild again because there are a bunch of similarities. I mean, they're both action-adventure games that are really based on exploration. And the thing that I love about exploration in these type of games is it's as deep or as shallow as you want. You could go basically from point A to point B and kind of miss on a lot of the hidden gems of this game if you just want to do the story. But the deeper you get in exploration, the more you could find. Like I said before, there's side missions. There's different items and weapons and abilities that you could only find by doing pure exploration. Something really interesting about this game that I didn't even realize until I did more research is there's no mini-map at all. So this is crazy. There's no you got to go left, right, and you're there. You need to use the elements in the environment to find where you're going. I'm not sure how that's going to work exactly, but you're supposed to use the wind and the rain and birds flying and other animals to really figure out how you're going and where you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to get there. It's pretty crazy. Like an example would be like you're lost, you're not really sure what you're supposed to do, but all of a sudden you see a smoke in the distance and you walk to it or ride your horse to it, and it's somebody setting a campfire and they give you your next story beat, which is pretty cool. Like it really leaves a lot to your imagination, and the immersion level is going to be really great also. If you ever go walk in the woods, it's not like you have a mini map for you, so it's gonna be realistic. Animals are going to be sick in this game. They're supposed to be like dynamic, so they're supposed to be doing whatever they're doing with or without you involved, and if you interact with them, it might just change their entire day. There are a lot of dogs in the game, so you can pet dogs. I know Breath of the Wild, you cannot pet dogs. You can feed them and love them, but you cannot pet them. And one thing I found out, which I was very happy to hear about, you cannot kill your horse. Horses cannot die in this game. You can't accidentally be in a fight and they get an arrow to the head. No. The most severe thing that can happen to them is they get scared and run off. So that's right. You could really form a bond with your horse and have no fear that it could ever get killed. If you've ever played Red Dead Redemption 2, you know how sad it is to lose your horse. Clearly, one of the most important things in any video game is the actual gameplay. And Ghost of Tsushima has a lot of different mechanics, oh my god, and it really seems interesting. So, to have any type of battle or any type of confrontation, it seems like you have two different strategies. You could go in as the ghost or a ninja, and this means you're basically going to be using stealth. You're going to go in at night, you're going to crawl on rooftops, be quiet, and kill very quickly. Or you go in as the samurai, and this is you go right through the front door, you challenge people, and you have these intense battles, like in the middle of daylight, and you're loud and you can just be as graphic and brutal as possible. So there is going to be a grappling hook in this game, or hook shot, Zelda, whatever, but that should make exploration and travel in this world super fun. There's a lot of different climbing in this game, so it has some little Uncharted elements. I hope when it rains you don't get knocked off, because that's kind of lame, but there is some climbing, which is always fun in video games, especially if it's a little puzzly and not just smashing the X button or triangle button. I don't think I've really mentioned how graphic this game is going to be. I mean, it is pretty graphic. If you're not a fan of blood, gore, and guts, this game might not be for you. I know for a fact that you're using a sword a lot, so you're going to be cutting off people's limbs, you're going to be cutting them through the stomach, cutting them through the neck. It's really going to be a bloody freaking mess, and there's going to be a lot of body parts all over the place. Just like other games, there's going to be a lot of collectibles, which is always fun. And that means there's going to be a standard skill tree, and that's basically how you level up. You're going to get some sort of points from doing different missions and, build your skill tree, and you could really make your character named Jin any way you want. You can make him a strong ninja, or you can make him a strong samurai, or maybe a little of both. That's not completely clear of how that part of it works. One more thing I do need to talk about gameplay is the boss fights. Apparently the boss fights are going to be very cinematic. So like you're going to go challenge a boss, maybe the camera will zoom in or zoom out, music will come in, and it'll look like a classic samurai movie. If you've ever seen Kill Bill, the end of part 1, it's a very cinematic death sequence or fight between the two characters. I think the death sequences and the boss fights are going to be freaking amazing and beautiful to watch and gory and fun to play. Last up, I want to talk about the story a little bit. I know it's a good revenge tale. I've actually been avoiding all the story beats as much as possible, so it's fresh to me, but I know it's about revenge, and who doesn't like a good revenge story? Maybe the main character's village was burned down, maybe he lost someone he loves, but it is going to be a revenge story, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm kind of hoping the main story is about 15 hours long, and maybe like another 15 hours of additional content, side quests, and completionist stuff. Usually when a game is more than 15 hours, I kind of lose interest a little bit. Like I remember Uncharted 4 was a little long, but Uncharted 2 was about 13, 14 hours, and it was just perfect. So, I really hope it's about, 15 hours long. I mean, I can't wait for this game. It is going to be a day one pickup for me. Like I said earlier in the video, for June, I am doing a giveaway for Last of Us Part 2. You can find all the information for that right here. But for July, I am going to be giving away a physical copy of Ghost of Tsushima. More details on that following, so definitely subscribe to the channel. And you know, after Last of Us Part 2 comes out, I'll make a video giving all the rules for the next giveaway. But I am so excited for this game. I mean, we've 2 great months and 2 huge games for Sony PlayStation coming up, and there's rumors of a big preview event for PlayStation 5, I think next week. So next few weeks and months are going to be pretty crazy for all you Sony PlayStation fans out there. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Are you guys a hype for Ghost of Tsushima as I am, and what are you most excited about the game? Let me know right down here in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Thank you for watching this video so much. Stay safe out there. I know it's crazy, but we're in it together. We'll get through it. Proud of all you guys. Hope you're proud of me. Guys, thank you so much. I am Turbo Jesse, and I'll see you on the flip side.